morning guys, good morning to our Sir Dagatan nga pinakagwapo nga mestro sa GCC. So let's discuss what is forensic photography. Forensic photography deals with a study of notion of photography, its application to law enforcement work and preparation of photographs for court presentation. So dana daw study ang notion of photographs para sa court of presentation. So let's proceed to photography. What is photography? Photography is derived from the Greek word photos, lights, and graphene to draw. The word was first used by the scientist Sir John F. W. Herschel in 1839. It is a method of recording images by the action of light or related radiation on a sensitive material. So ang photography daw kuno naada siya ginatawag nga Greek words. It calls photos light and graphene to draw. So photography daw kuno is the art of process of producing images of object by action of light on sensitized surface with the aid of an image forming device known as camera and the chemical process involved therein. So mao na to. It produces daw kuno sa image of object by the action of light on sensitized surface. So let's proceed to police photography. Police photography is the study of the general practices, methods, and steps in taking pictures of the crime scene, physical things, and other circumstances that can be used as criminal evidence or for law enforcement purposes. So kuno is the pag-study kuno daw na sila sa general practices, methods, and steps in taking picture of the crime scene. Mao na to. So let's proceed to photography in criminal investigation. Photography is an essential tool for the law enforcement investigator. As the tool, it enables him to record the visible and, in any cases, the visible evidence of a crime, especially techniques employing infrared, ultraviolet, and X-ray radiation. Enable him to record evidence which is not visible. The photographic evidence can be ferret, record, member, and recall criminal evidence as well as photography. So mo na to na aga visible kuno daw sila mga photographic evidence that can be ferret, record, remember, and recall criminal evidence as well as photography. So let's proceed to function of photography in investigate work. So natay mga function nga nuibi siya. First is identification, which is criminal, missing person, lost and stolen properties, and civilian. Number 2 is communication and microfilm files, which is transmission of photos, wire on photos, investigate report file. Number 3, evidence, which is recording and preserving, discovering, and providing. So number 4, action of offenders, which is surveillance, bul- burglary, confession, reenactment of crime. Number 5, court. Court exhibits. First is demonstration, enlargement, individual, photos, projection slides. Number 6 is crime of fire prevention. Number 1, which is security clearance. Number 7, public relation. Number 8, police training, which is prepared training films, traffic studies, documentaries. Number 9, reproduction and copying, which is photographs, official records. So, mao nilang mga function of photography in investigate work. So, camera. Pamilyar mo ni camera, no? Naman sa atong cellphone. Guys, na familiar mo. Camera. A light tight box with a means of forming the images, a means of holding the sensitized material, and a means of controlling the amount of light passing through the lens for given time. So, mo na ng camera nga bali agad take na to, hindi ko magpa-picture ta, nago na siya light passing good. Images, mga videos. So, let's proceed to special uses of photography. There are 5 types of special uses of photography. First is photomicrography, microphotography. Is the art or processes of photographing minute objects when magnified by means of the microscope and enlarged from 10 times up. Number 2, macrography, macrophotography is photographing of object directly enlarged the negatives and magnified from 1 to 9 times. Number 3, infrared photography. The art or process of photographing or recording unseen object by means of ultra-red film and infrared red light. Okay, so number 4, ultraviolet photography. The art of or process of photographing unseen objects by the use of ultraviolet light and filters. X-ray. The process of photographing or recording internal structure of the body. So, maunas lang special uses of photography. So, naatay essential elements of photography. Number 1 is light. Number 2 is sensitized materials. Number 3 is camera and accessories. And number 4 is chemical process. Muna siyang 4 times essential elements of photography. So what is light? Light is electromagnetic wave that cannot be seen or on our naked eye. So mauna siyang light. Mauna siyang light. Cannot be seen on our naked eye. So let's proceed to principle of light. Number 1 is reflection. The rebounding to the deflection of light as it hits a surface. Number 2 is absorption. Light is absorbed by different substances, much as water is taken upon by a sponge. Number three is transmission. Light can be transmitted or passed through transparent and translucent substances. So, so mauna lang principle of light. So, what is characteristics of light? There are four parts of characteristics of light. Number one is intensity. Refers to the amount of light falling on a subject. Number two is color. It depends on the size of the wavelength, the visible spectrum. So let's proceed to four parts of essential of the camera. Number one is light tight box. Exclude all unwanted light that may expose the sensitized materials of film. Number two is lens. It's an optical device which gathers light from a subject and focuses onto a screen or film and recording the images. It seems on a light sensitive film responsible in focusing the rays of the light coming from the subject. The diagram of the lens may be large or small during the time of exposure. Its diagram is responsible by an if number. The greater of the diagram and lesser the amount of light that will pass through the lens. Now, number three is film holder. Located on the opposite side of the lens, its function is to hold the sensitized materials in the place during exposure to prevent the formation of a multiple or blurred image of the subject. Number four is shutter. Serve as the barriers of of the rays of light that will enter and affect the film inside the camera. Number five is viewfinder. So let's proceed to future of camera control. Number one is view system, consisting of a lens or set of lenses permits the photographer to see the part of a lens of a scene the camera can record on film. Number two is focusing system. Focus is the means by which the object distance is estimated or calculated to form sharp or clear images. So let's proceed to depth of field. What is depth of field? Depth of field is the distance measured from the nearest to the farthest subject in apparent sharp focus with the lens is set of focuses at a particular distance. Hyperlocal distance is the nearest distance at which a lens is focused with a given particular diagram which will give the maximum depth of field. So let's proceed to history of photography. Sorry na ulit pag-discuss. History of photography. Equipment 1700 camera obscura dark chamber was designed by Leonardo da Vinci for accurate perspective and skill. Chemicals chemicals 1725-1777 light sensitively of silver nitrate and silver chloride solution had been discovered and investigated. 1800 Thomas Wedgwood and Humphrey Davy produced photograms through photography accomplished by Joseph Nicephore Nipsey 1816 was able to obtain camera images on paper sensitized with silver chloride solution. Number 2 is Louis Jacques Mande, Daguerre, 1839. Daguerreotype, the first practical photography process image was permanent by the use of hypo. Number 3 is William Henry Fox. Number 3 is William Henry Fox Talbot. 1841. He patented collotype process negatives on paper sensitized with silver chloride and silver nitrate. These were contact on sensitized paper as you tune and revolving power. The daguerreotype was better. Sir John F. W. Herschel, 1839. He coined the word photography. James Clerk Maxwell, 1861. He searched on colors. A is 1907. Numeric color process was introduced. A chromatic film was used with blue, green, and red filter. Number B is 1914. USS Kodak introduced two color subtractive processes called Kodachrome. 21 years late, a three colors process came out. C is 1935. Electroflash unit came out. D is 1947. Edwin H. Land introduced Polaroid in one-step photography. A is 1960. Laser was invented, making possible holography. 1482. The earliest known form of camera obscura was described by Leonardo da Vinci of Italy. So, let's proceed to an Italian Hieronimo. Cardano. Phil tiled off convex lens to the camera obscura in 1550 and in 1568. Daniel Barbaro suggested the use of a diagram to sharpen the image by the end of the 17th century. Small portable camera obscura that was equipped with reflex reviewing system had been developed. The camera obscura was first used successfully for photography in 1820s by the French scientist Joseph Nicephore Nipsey, a French chemist. 1727. Johann Heinrich Schultz, a German physician, was credited with the discovery of the light sensitivity of silver salt. 1777. Carl Wilhelm Scheffler, a Swedish chemist, investigated the darkening of the silver chloride by light and found out the salt was reduced to metallic silver. 1829, Nipsey formed a partnership with Louis Jacques Mandy Daguerre, a French painter, to proceed on bitumen process, but later Nipsey died in 1833 and the work continued with the partnership of Nipsey's son in this Isidore. Isidore. So that's for all, sir. Thank you and God bless.